Okay, so it's my third iteration of day 2, I think. And I need to get all the way over there to where they're embalming his body before his body becomes useless for science, I guess. Sounds like a bit of a challenge. So don't stop, don't talk to anybody, don't do anything. Because everything in this game consumes time, including dialogue now. And it says I need to be there before midday, which seems hard because I don't wake up very early. And I'm not sure how much I can do about that. An hour and 20 minutes. I guess we'll see if it works or not. I feel like that's already past midday. Sekhan, Steppe Village. Where in here is the body? Oh, that's probably him. Hi, Shagshad. Step back. This body is no longer pumps blood through the lines. Don't disturb its deathly rest with your restless life. I'm a doctor. I know how to perform autopsies. I've dissected dozens of cadavers in the Institute's morgue. I want to offer my help. You are breaking our kulinut, our laws. I'm the one who must tend to the body. While I'm preparing it for burial, everyone leaves the village so as not to disturb it. Edi manai. Kulinut. No living gaze should brush against a dead body. So this is why you're blind. It's part of the ritual. You don't need eyes to work on the body, you need hands, your nose, your ears sometimes. You need your senses to shalga. I'm trying to figure out who killed Isidore. If you won't let me examine the body, could you at least describe the nature of the wounds to me? I'm sure you've experienced enough to do so correctly. Stubborn like a rock. The wounds belong to the body. They must not be disturbed. Just like the body must not be disturbed by a gaze. A gaze is like a burn. Sheken must be empty and eyeless. Such is the ritual. Take your healthy eyes away from here. Or perhaps you're the killer's accomplice. Maybe you're destroying the evidence on the body that could have aided in the investigation, all under the guise of this ritual. First you wound with your eyes, then with your words, as if that's not enough. Leave, you snake person. Your venom is strong enough to poison a dead man. If you're helping the killer, your actions at least have a point. If not, you're nothing but a superstitious fool. Superstitions again. There are 3 of us, Isidore, his embalmer, and I. We'll manage to come to terms. The shaman sees no need to help me. I need to distract him from the body. Ring something, or set something on fire. Except the quest lists like it's over. I need to distract him. Or set something on fire? Oh god. Is there one that's like far away, I guess? Or just those 2? I said ring something or set something on fire. I could set those 2 torches on fire that are right next to him? Even then, it's weird the quest is listed in the color that normally means the quest is finished already. The kettle. They've got bread. Is that pot pie? It's like a really nice looking couch, actually. It's wild to see that outdoors. Kind of. Uh-oh. I don't have match. Do I need to loop again? I might need to loop again just to get a match because I didn't loot the clock. All of your inventory gets moved into clocks. Damn it. I could leave and come back and see if it's still here, but it seems like I wouldn't succeed. I think if I go to that one bar, there should be a clock somewhere around there. I'm also getting really tired. It's a half an hour away just to go that far. The crude sprawl. I don't know if there even is a clock there. One blow and it collapses. Are they bored with life? The arch is held together by prayers. The arch?
My head hurts enough as it is.
Apparently not, because you're still not even manic yet. I don't know how to find a clock. I'm not even always sure what these zones on the map are. Is this where the bar is? A loop. I'm too late. That's all I was really here for, so I might as well just head back and loop again. Or maybe we can explore how this mechanic works a little bit. Let's see, where is this bar? I really wish that I could, like...
Too high strung.
I wish stuff in this game was highlighted. Or, like, you could, I wish you could highlight individual buildings that are labeled as landmarks and actually see what the fucking building is, because it doesn't tell you what they are. They're highlighted as a landmark, but you have to memorize what all of them actually are, because it doesn't just actually explain what the landmarks are, which is what a map is. So there's like a bunch of buildings in similar-ish spots. I vaguely remember that the bar is somewhere in this area of the map, but I don't know which zone it's in specifically necessarily. But I think there might be a clock in there. I think this is it, right? Over here. Actually use a little bit more.
Every creak, like a gunshot.
There we go. It seems like the kind of place that would have this. So if I click on this to repeat the day, will I start here? Once again wants to go after his body. And nothing else. No, it sends me back here. Well, wasted some time because I failed to do this, but not the end of the world because I mostly can just replay the conversation anyway. It's on the map. Final refuge. Coincidence. That's just the part saying that he's dead. It's very funny to just be like, yep, forgot to bring your matches from yesterday. The yesterday that's today.
I'd rather not hear this.
Gotta time travel again. Well, at least I have use for these matches now. Peculiar colleague. Well, just going to terms? No. What if I distract him with those? Your eyes. You can't see anything. How can you work with bodies like this? I'm sure you're experienced blah blah blah, so asking for the advice again. Do none of you steppe folk want to find out what happened to Isidore? We know what happened. Bodo called for him, so now he must leave, just like you. You need to leave. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get in your way. I won't look. Something on fire. The embalmer is distracted. Quickly, let's look. I don't have much time. He was in agony. Unnatural twist and pose. Some infections contort the joints. Hard to say for certain. A terrible wound catches the eye. What could have inflicted such a wound? The horn must have pierced him. There is a horn stand in the study, and marks of impact on the furniture. Continuing the examination. Hands or feet? Hands? Dirt under the nails. Applying dead gruel made of dirt and blood. Believed in Odong medicine, preparing for the plague. Again, hard to say for certain. Examine other parts of the body. Damn it, the embalmer's coming back. I'll have to distract him again. Isidore Brooke. Why am I doing the same thoughts again? Look at his feet. Pieces of soil and grass, dirt on the legs. Did he walk in the steppe before death? Matches the creature's account. Move on to conclusions. Severe ichthyosis. Very characteristic sign of the sand plague. I would take a sample. Thank you for the vial of blood, colleague. Except So, and no, let's see. Nothing more for me to do in the village, and no business left at the upcoming funeral. Just in time, I managed everything. Except perhaps to say goodbye. We have the sample. Since I already examined Isra's body, there's no need to attend his funeral now. Emaciation, signs of agony, and that cracked skin. But I need to know for certain. I took a blood sample and I need to examine it. Okay, so now we're going back to our place. Ooh, we got there. It's like our second or third sample to study today, I think. Actually finding a lot lately. But Isidore's blood contains traces of sand plague. That means he was sick earlier than any other townsman. This was to be expected. Medicum morbo abtirve. Steppe man-eater. Several days before the outbreak began, Isidore was infected with the sand pest, but sand pest couldn't inflict such wounds on him. Or could she? Today he's buried. I don't know if there's anything else to follow up on. I learned that he was infected first. We told... what's his name? Sabarov about his house, but now we have evidence of his body. That might be relevant. Being here might just be a waste of time right now.
I seem to hardly cast a shadow anymore.
Go, Amshen. I need time to collect my tools.
Yeah, not much comes of that. God damn. Her face makeup in particular makes her look like a splicer from BioShock. You're like, are you okay?
There's nothing wrong with... Actually, there's nothing wrong with anything. At all.
Into the past. Yes, they're just hinting once again about the other thing. I felt compelled to come here to see if I could resolve the quest line because it was just kind of listed still. Let's see, Sabrov lives in the Tanners, right? I'm partly curious if there's anything to talk to him about with my additional observations. Peace. Isidore will find peace in the earth according to his faith, but his secrets weren't buried with him. The reference to the fact that I looked into the body? Can I discuss the blood sample with Saburov? Eerie. Can't talk to them at all. It seems like that's it for today. I might be done with day 2 for now. Having exhausted all available avenues. I guess I am now rather unnecessarily going all the way back here. What I really need is just any clock. But I guess the one back at the beginning will do. We got the blood sample. So we know that he had the plague. We know that it spread through his house somehow. Even though it seems like there's more on the outside than the inside. It feels like that guy killed him. We know that there's a child gang war and some other nonsense happening.
Vibrant. Everything's so vibrant.
Otherwise, with Loud, the stuff we'll just have to see. See, so day 3 we should also be relatively done with, right? Right, because we already saved Ruben. So he wants us to come back tomorrow. Damn, day 2 was shorter than day 3 to solve, but feels like there's way more on it, for sure. The day 3... Oh, this is day 2. No, that's day 3. I looked at the top corner that says I'm currently in day 2. That doesn't change. That part of the screen doesn't change. Yeah, day 3 took more work, but it seems to actually have fewer overall bits. Granted, a lot of it was the fact that I had to do this long-ass quest to find this guy who I couldn't even get that much information out of. So day 4 is when we might be able to talk to Ruben. And it's also when we're supposed to try to save Bad Grief's life. So maybe that's what we do now. And see what we can do. Day 4, which ends more abruptly than the rest. I think that's because of my arrest. Ooh. But I guess we'll have to see. Whoop. I stopped for a moment to drink my coffee, and it jump scared me by having the conversation start on its own. Ugh. Shall we continue? Let us examine the 4th day of your tragic odyssey. It was particularly replete with dubious conduct. Dubious conduct? Go ahead and say it. Crimes, malicious malpractice, deliberate sabotage, or whatever you call it in your line of work. You are currently classified as a witness, hence I am speaking with you, rather than my associates. Here, in your own facility no less. You're not under arrest. Yet you're speaking to me as if the deaths of 15,000 people are my fault. Or was it 16,000? We've been talking for 5 hours straight, so my memory is fuzzy. Here are the facts. You happen to be the only competent doctor in a town of 18,000, facing an unprecedented, lethal epidemic. Is that correct? We've been through this a dozen times. Why do you keep asking the same question? Is that part of your interrogation technique? Getting ahead of yourself again, esteemed bachelor. Please calm down. I'm just following the chain of events. My modest brain simply can't keep up pace with your blistering train of thought. Quit the act. Modesty doesn't suit you. You assumed executive authority over the emergency command and were in fact the person responsible for a number of administrative, research, and specialized tasks. Is that correct? I was forced into this role, so technically the answer to your question is no. Getting tired, are you? Let us be brief then. Here are your case files. First, you attempted to flee the town on a smuggler's train, which landed you in jail, where you remained until the 5th day. The train turned out to be a scam, by the way. That's what you get for trusting swindlers. Don't interrupt. Second, you scathingly refused to recruit motivated volunteers to organize a corps of orderlies. Third, despite having all the means at your disposal, you deliberately ceased work on a promising vaccine. Furthermore, if any of this was true, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. I'd be dead. Furthermore, according to witness testimony, Bachelor Dankovsky was seen digging up graves at the cemetery. Later, conspiring with Artemy Burke, he let an infected person out of the quarantine zone. Clearly you didn't sit idly by. You forgot the part where I planted explosives in Town Hall and bit the heads off of all the local bats. Do you think putting together a case like this was simple? Please get to the point. As your pals from behind the Gorkon River say, to be a falcon, the quail must quail no longer. No one there says that, but who cares? Oh, yes, and most importantly, a double homicide. On the 4th day, Bachelor Dankovsky shot 2 random passers-by outside the warehouses. What? Will you tell me that didn't happen either? Those, what did you say? Random passers-by were about to nail a living person to a wall with actual nails. I had to intervene. When you deny the facts, please do me a favor and explain yourself. And stop meandering. Tell me your version of the event in detail. Describe your universe, so to speak. Let them bring more coffee first, and make sure they add sugar this time. So they're coming at me for the two murders from earlier. I wonder if that was avoidable or not. Whoa. Another version. I can cancel past events. Left click a gear-shaped node and it will turn red, meaning the chain of events leading to that node will be undone when the day starts. Other people will forget what has been said. Artifacts obtained within the story will be removed from me. It's crucial to cancel the failed escape on day 4, otherwise I'll wake up in prison again tomorrow. There's a lot more tutorial than expected in this game, but in this case they're explaining anything that I already know. Surely they expected me to have figured this out by now. The children claim that I talked to them on the 3rd day. They refused to repeat themselves. What'd they talk about? Maybe they even let me into the tower that day. What does the repeat or not repeat mean at that point? I now remember what happened, so maybe I should reset it to talk to them again? I don't know. So I try to undo Bad Grief's death. How'd this thing play out? The final preparations for the escape are complete. At the station, I'll have time to jump into the last car. I feel sorry for this town, but it's doomed. My life's work is more important than me, and more important than any tiny steppe settlement. I can already see the train on the tracks, all ready to depart. Bad Grief didn't cheat me. Damnation. The car is filled with plague corpses. Trap. Out. Common patrolman grabbed me and threw me behind bars. I'll get out of here yet, they'll see. Looks like I'm spending the night in the prison cells. Oh well, tomorrow they'll learn who they're dealing with. Yeah, I guess we'll just undo the whole day, because it's my first time actually playing it. And see what we can do. Day 4, which ends more abruptly than the rest. But maybe not now? Hello. If I try to flee, I'll be caught and caged like a rat. Or was there still a way? Badgrief's life is in danger. Badgrief is believed to be Simon's murderer. I wonder what earned him such a title. Here in a serpent cloak. The town's defense against plague is in my hands. Citizens await decrees, and my secretary awaits me with his morning report. Traditional medicine. Yesterday, young Burke and I struck a deal. I'm waiting for his assistance at the hospital. Twin of the immortal. The judge has arranged a meeting at his house. He wants to explain to me what Simon was like. How to prevent Badgrief's death. He's still crossed out. It hasn't happened yet, though. How am I doing on my mirror? It's not that low yet, so maybe I shouldn't grab more left yet. Last trade. This is what his death is called. Greetings, Doctor. First of all, allow me to admit how utterly honored I am to serve under an esteemed specialist with a metropolitan education. Here's my report. The town is on the brink. People keep piling up. I've already cancelled the young girl Gimski's decree on vaccinating the population with who knows what. We'll see infection rates slow down soon. I am sure it was a very wise decision, but it's not enough. You're in charge now, and your power isn't just about shuffling decrees about like a deck of cards. There's a whole list of urgent issues that demand your immediate and full attention. Like what? Like the water supply. I'll have you know that tonight, vandals destroyed the town's plumbing system. All the water pumps are broken. Why would anyone destroy the plumbing? Ah, you're new in town and not used to our ways yet. The steppe folk have some superstitions, so to speak, about digging up the ground. Vlad the Younger built the plumbing to provide the town with fresh water, but not everyone approved of his kindness. Once again, the patient is the doctor's most bitter enemy. Their belief forbid them from, how do I put it, violating the integrity of the ground without dire need. The pipes run underground, ergo, the pipes are the root of all evil. Naive logic, but undisputable in its own way. No such prohibition against violating the integrity of common sense, I suppose. I'll try to think of something. Without water, the infection will spread even faster than it already is. And the town won't survive long. And unfortunately, that's not the only problem we're facing today. I also need your decision on how to dispose of bodies. As usual, you want to challenge death. But what you have to do is tidy up after her triumph. The plague is fierce indeed, and it has struck down many in just a couple of days. I'd say it's running this town into the ground, but that's exactly the problem. Burial is slow, expensive, and hard. There's the obvious alternative of burning bodies. This is also sensible from a sanitary point of view. Burning bodies guarantees they don't become a vector of infection, plague or otherwise. That measure won't be popular. In the capital, they opened a new crematorium recently, or so they say. but even for the metropolitan masses, the idea of burning bodies is scandalous. What would you expect from us then? Making such a decision would make you extremely unpopular among the masses and anger the townsfolk. That's a reasonable argument. There's also the matter of the smell. Smoke, ashes, soot. How do we handle all of that? We don't have a newfangled crematorium like that. It's not really a substitute for a crematorium, but you do have factory furnaces, right? That's the best available option. Very well. I'll make arrangements in your name. Today. And there's another issue. The Not now, please. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I won't get anything else done at this rate. That seems like a bad idea. It really feels like you should talk about more than one choice worth of things in a given day. That's a little goofy. So the decrees for the next few days are already locked in. Stopping time, curfew. But I have more options now. Minus 90 contagion, medical inspection. Conduct medical examinations of townspeople in their dwellings. Decorate the town with colorful lanterns. This reduces a tiny bit of unrest. Musical interlude. Perform popular melodies publicly to lift spirits. It's stronger than encouragement, I guess. How many options are there? There's categories. So quarantine increases unrest. Medical inspection does not cost unrest. It costs a lot of orderlies? How many do we have? That'll take me down to 0 in some cases. It uses all of them. And it uses more medicaments. Might be worth more than dealing with the unrest aspect. Protection from Shavnak. Contagion and unrest. Might want to do with curfew so the unrest doesn't get out of hand. So curfew. There we go. So medical inspection has successfully reduced the overall mess. But quarantine is, even with quarantine, it's not enough to deal with how bad things are getting. Quarantine's pretty expensive. Stopping time is kind of a weak inclusion. I've improved things somewhat in that we at least have one more day now. I think I just need to learn more decrees in the long term. In the meantime, it's currently only day 4, right? So my goal is to get another, figure out how to eliminate another focus of the infection today if I can. And that'll further reduce the infection going forward. And as I play more, I'll learn more special events I can try to run. Because I'm not even, this is 3 days in the future. We don't need to deal with all that yet. I think. Can I exit? There we go. We'll figure it out.